Hi, I'm Adam from Max Mentality. I teach sports psychology and mental performance for athletes and other types of performers. And today we'll be talking about what esports psychology is, how it's different from traditional sports psychology, and also how it's applied in the real world. Esports psychology looks at the mental processes and effects of electronic sport. It's basically the study of the mind and behavior in the domain of esport. It involves studying what affects performance and participation in video games instead of basketball or football, and how that affects the psychological and physical factors of a performer. Although esports psychologists don't formally exist, sports psychologists in the world of esports basically teach cognitive and behavioral strategies to athletes in order to improve their experience and performance in their sport. In addition, esports psychologists may work with athletes, coaches, and parents regarding injury, rehabilitation, communication, team building, goal setting, and career transitions. So how is it different from normal sports? Well, esports is usually seen as professional video game competition, and that's usually what it is, excluding like online chess and stuff like that. We'll mainly be focusing on video games because that's generally what esports means, video games. Unlike normal sports where you might think of a lead athlete with really good stamina or a really good body with toned muscles, esports is really made out of amateur professional gamers, not really athletes but gamers, and they usually have like various body types when compared to, let's say, basketball, where they're all certain different heights and body types. You might see some guys that are heavier or some guys are much skinnier than others. In terms of competition, is actually pretty similar. There's one-on-one competitions and also team competitions or clan competitions. But probably the biggest difference is that esport athletes, they don't have to exert themselves physically. And that's led to a lot of heated debate about whether esport athletes should be called athletes in the first place. Plus, obviously, there's different types of injuries that can happen in sports, and that includes esports as well. So, while there's ankle sprain in football or knee pain in basketball, there's elbow inflammation in tennis. In esports, there's also surprising a lot of stuff or injuries that can happen, which you might not believe, but there's stuff like neck strain, back pain, headaches, eye strain. There's something called gamer's foam. So there is a surprising amount of injuries that can happen, and esports psychology looks to assist mentally with those types of injuries as well. So how is esports psychology applied? Well, esports psychologists and mental performance coaches like myself use very similar tools and techniques from applied sports psychology to improve an athlete's performance and experience in their sport. So this includes teaching mental exercises and behavioral strategies and goal setting, relaxation techniques, and also looking at their thought processes, feelings, anxieties, stresses, concentration as well. Ultimately, the goal is to help the athlete reach their peak performance and realize their potential by maximizing their strengths and minimizing their weaknesses. If you're more interested in this topic, I recommend checking out our newsletter. It's a bit more in depth about what we talk about. And also check us out at Twitter, because we got some stuff that we don't put in the articles that you might find useful. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. If you're interested in these types of videos, subscribe to the channel for more performance strengthening content. At Max Mentality, we educate and guide athletes and other types of performers to reach their mental potential, and also just enhance their performance by using proven mental tools backed by science.